In today's video for the First Descendant, I'm going to be showing you by far and away the very best ways I've found in order to get hold of your catalysts and your energizer activators, which you're going to need to make a truly powerful character and build all together. Now remember, crystallization catalysts and energy activators are definitely some of the most important things in the game, and I think I've found the optimal way in order to get hold of them because I've found a more efficient way in order to farm their blueprints. Now I have already done 2 separate videos for these showing you how to get hold of all of the parts already, so rather than including that bit, if you do need to get them, I'll link them on the screen there with videos up in the top right hand corner, as well as put exactly where to get hold of all of these resources on the left hand side as well. But the main things for this video, to keep it brief, I'm going to be showing you an optimal way to get hold of the energy and catalyst blueprints the fastest and best way I know how. Now in order to do this you will need a few different descendants, but these will be ones you'll definitely want to unlock anyway. First one we're going to need is going to be Bunny, and she's going to be getting us some vital resources that we're going to need in order to do this well. You're going to want to go up to Fortress and then make your way just down to this mission just here, this void mission. I'm sure you may have heard of it by now, also known as the Bunny Cave, and you're just going to run around, absolutely decimate as many enemies as possible, try to get it to the fastest time you can in order to farm a lot of your monomer and inorganic void shards. After you've got a nice amount of those stacked up, you're going to want to head over to somewhere else, but before that you're going to want to change into Sharon. She is definitely the best for intercepts, gives you a kind of double drop rate chance, and we're going to be trying to get hold of the amorphous material patterns 120 and 121. For that we're going to be heading back to exactly where we were up in Fortress, over to the converter facility area, and then we're going to make our way just down to this strategic outpost just here, which is going to give us a chance to drop the materials we're after. Also it gives you a chance, like most of them, to drop some stabilizers, and whenever you get those it's going to be a little added bonus that can really help you out if you've got a bit of luck about yourself. Now the great thing about this outpost, you can go in with a Sharon that is nowhere near kitted up. This is my one. You just want to kind of buff their duration and such, and if you can, put a little bit of health on, and then you're going to go in, try and infiltrate by activating all of the 4 devices within the area, and make sure you do it before you actually run out of your cloak, which is why you need the added duration on it. As you can see here, I struggled with the boss and usually went down once before I took it out each time, but if you have got a really nice setup, mainly just a really nice weapon in your arsenal or a hard way to hit them, you should be able to get them first time with a little bit of accuracy about yourself, as you see here. But you're just going to be farming this over and over again. I would highly recommend doing this for quite some time, because the more you've got about yourself and the more resources you've got to go here, so farming the Bunny Cave is going to mean you've got more chance of getting some nice catalyst blueprints and energizer activator blueprints when you go on to the next stage. For this, pick whatever character's your strongest. I've gone with Lepic as he can absolutely boss nuke, but if you've got a Bunny they will work absolutely ideal here, as well as they're quite boosted up with their kind of AoE damage. You're going to be using everything you've previously built up in order to go to this void mission just here, the Abyssal Void Fusion Reactor, over in the Fallen Ark Fortress area once more. This fight, for some people I think they'll find it pretty easy, for other people I think they'll find it a nightmare, because these bosses do tend to be pretty difficult, and this is one of the ones that produces some extra enemies and then kind of tethers them to himself, making him kind of invincible until you take them down. That's why any character you've got with a nice amount of AoE, for example Bunny once more, or a nuker like Lepic like I said, will help you take these down fast and easy. Fall over once, even if you've got to fall over once just to get your ultimate back, this can be done in a nice timely manner, as long as you're taking out the head and then going for the main enemy afterwards every time they spawn. The main enemy does definitely have a bit of health about themselves, but all of these tend to be a bit of a nightmare anyway, especially the ones with balls over their heads I find, and if you want to do this in a group with people it will be much faster overall. But once that's done, just finish them off, go up to the machine that's dropped, activate it, and then decide which pattern you want to open up. If you're going for the 121s, remember this is the one you're going to want to kind of use your stabilizer on in order to make sure you've got extra percentage chance of getting hold of what you're after, and fingers crossed after a few attempts, depending on luck obviously, you'll be able to get an energizer, and from the other ones obviously you'll be after those catalysts. But yeah, this is the fastest way I've found so far currently in the game. If you think there's an easier way, let me know in the comments. Hopefully it's helped a few of you guys and girls out. There'll be a lot more content away from me. As always, All Things Gaming, take care. I'll see you on the next day.